welcome to this sprinting interval training where you're going to bring an exercise mat, a set of dumbbells, some good shoes and a bottle of water. Today we're going to do a warm-up as always, and then we're going to do 30 seconds all in, getting short of breath for a pulse exercise. Then the timer is going to go on for 1 minute where we're just going to walk it around so we get a little bit less affected on our breathing. And then in 1 minute, we're going to do, for example, a bicep curl using the dumbbells. So 30 seconds for the pulse, 1 minute to just get settled in and easing off, and then 1 minute with the biceps curl. And we're going to repeat that 2 rounds. And then we're going to continue to the same setup with 2 new exercises and 1 more block. So all 3 blocks, different strength exercises with the dumbbells and 3 different pulse exercises for the sprinting interval training. And then we're gonna finish with a stretch. So I'm just gonna take you all the way through. So you bring your equipment and you get ready for this efficient workout where you get a little bit longer of a recovery period, as some of you have asked for. So welcome and thank you for joining me here for this sprinting interval training. You are ready for the warm-up, so we're going to start out by stepping to the side. So this is one of many ways to do interval training. I know it's very up right now to the sprinting interval training, but if you're a little bit uncertain how to do interval training, please have a look at my little short video where I explained that there is many ways to do it. So you could do like a Tabata, which you can find on my channel as well, working for 20 seconds and 10 seconds off for 8 rounds. But you can also add some dumbbells in between for the high intensity resistant training. We're gonna move 2 steps to the side and back again. So lifting up and to the opposite side, engaging your core, your pelvic floor, and of course stay up in a great, nice alignment. And we're gonna do this 1 more on each side. And we're gonna go into center here, and we're gonna swing our arms up on our toes, because we need to be up on our toes for this kind of workouts. But they don't last for that long. We try to keep it within half an hour, including the warm-up, and then you're all settled to go to do all the different things that is also in a busy life. So you wanna keep it short, intense, and efficient. So up on our toes, moving our ankle joints, engaging your core, and of course your pelvic floor for 4 and 3, chin is in, and 1 more. We're gonna go in here to do some rotation. So bring your arms back, and please do have a look around so you have a mobilization in your neck as well. Bring it back and stay up in a good position here. So just feel that massaging your spine. It's very important that you are warmed up before you do the sprinting interval training. Shoulders are down, and we're gonna go for another 4. Alternative side, 3. Bring it back, 2, and 1 more on each. Here we go, turning it into a boxing movement, engaging your core. Please don't do this with your buttocks. Just have that nice little bit of a extension in your lower back, and you're gonna twist and you're gonna turn. So we're just gonna go for a few more minutes of the warm-up, and then we are ready to do the first sit where we are gonna do a wide leg run. No worries, I will show you what it is. I will show you modification if you need to. Single arm here. But it is very important that you focus on the intensity. If you're used to doing interval training, high intensity interval training, sit training, then you're just gonna go and hit it hard. But if you're new into this, you wanna do a little bit of a modification so you feel how it's working for you afterwards, after the session is over. We're gonna bring 1 leg up. So I will guide you all the way and give you modification as just mentioned. And you're just gonna do the best possible you. While we do these workouts, when we do the sprinting interval, I am able to speak, but you should focus on getting short of breath or you are not able to speak. So just pointing that out. I mentioned it before, it's important for me to tell that if I were to do this on my own, I would not be able to speak like I am right now. From one side to the opposite, stretching, just a little bit of a dynamic stretch, getting settled for the workout and just waking up our body so it's no what is about to happen. Chin is in. Engaging core, bring it from one side to the opposite, and a final one in for a squat and leaning forward. So squatting down and bring it forward in your hip area, chin in. So alternative between an ordinary squat and moving forward in your hip joint. 4 more. Lifting, squeezing. Bring it down and forward. And final 2. Buttocks back, weight on your heels, and 1 more. Bring it forward and come back into center. If you feel that you need a little bit more of a warm-up, you can just put me to a break. You can do some jogging on the spot. And if you're all ready, you're just gonna grab some water, and I will show you the first exercise for the 30 seconds of the sprint. We're gonna do a wide leg run. So we're gonna go up here, and if this is too much, you can go with a little bit of a bounce in between. So I am guiding you. You are doing the best possible. You, of course, look after for yourself. With those 30 seconds all in, pushing it as best as possible, we're just gonna take 1 minute and we're gonna walk around. My timer will show 2 minutes. There's not that many possibilities to put so many intervals in, but we'll walk around for 1 minute, and when that 1 minute is done, we're gonna grab our dumbbells and we're gonna go for a biceps curl with the dumbbells for 1 minute, and then we're gonna repeat it 1 more before we get a bit of a break, and then we're gonna go for a next block. 3 blocks in all, so it all comes down to 6 different sets with the active recovery in between. My timer is gonna go for the 10 seconds countdown, and then you are ready to do the wide leg run the right way or the opposite, or the modification, which is gonna be right for you as you are now. So arms are coming up, shoulders are back down. I will let you know around the time. 3, 2, and 1, and you're gonna push it as hard as possible. So bring those arms down, inhaling and exhaling, or you can do the modification. You're only gonna do this for 30 seconds. Keep moving. You have 18 seconds left. We are gonna walk around a little bit to recover, and then we're gonna do the biceps curl. So pushing it for final 10 seconds. Inhale and exhale, engaging your core, your pelvic floor. Keep moving for 4, 3, 2, and recover. So my time is gonna go on for that those 2 minutes, but I will keep an eye on the timer. You are just gonna bring it around, easing down on your breathing, and then we're gonna grab our dumbbells. And if you feel right now that we don't need a 2 minute of a recovery, you want to push it even harder for the next one. So just before that 1 minute left, I will guide you to take your dumbbells, and then we are ready when that final minute starts. So 20 seconds approximately, just move it around, inhaling and exhaling. Feel your way, getting focused on getting your dumbbells, so you might as well grab those by now. And we're gonna be ready in 5 seconds to do the biceps curl, bringing our arms up and down. So let's go for 1 minute for the biceps curl. Actually, it's gonna be 55 seconds because we are gonna drop the dumbbells in a safe place before we are pushing it into that wide leg run once more. Not 3 times, but 2 rounds. So focus on bringing those dumbbells up. We are going in for that active recovery, not using our legs right now. We are using our upper body, so you are resting in your lower body. You can always walk around a little bit, but try to keep it hard and sweet here. We're gonna continue for the final 10 seconds. I will guide you. Inhale and exhale. At 5 seconds, I know it says 10 seconds on my timer, but we need to drop the dumbbells, and we're gonna do that now. And get ready for sit number 2 here. So bring those arms up for the wide leg run. squeezing and pushing. And you do know you have 1 minute where you're just gonna walk around right after. We deserve that when we push ourselves hard. Keep it going for 15 seconds. And then we have one more biceps curl. 2 rounds for this one. Keep moving with the wide leg run for 8 seconds. Inhaling, exhaling, you can do it. Push it, push it, push it. 3, 2, and 1 minute. Walking around. And you are feeling in your breathing, or else you have 4 sets left for today's session, so you can set your mind into it. So just walk around, inhaling and exhaling, getting settled in for that breathing. So just before that final minute starts, I'm gonna guide you to grab your dumbbells. 25 seconds before we're gonna do that. So inhaling and exhaling. Feel for hopefully sweat on your forehead. And we are gonna go with 10 seconds before you grab your dumbbells. Getting closer and picking up your dumbbells, ready for the biceps curl within 5 seconds. Shoulders are back, engaging your core. Get ready, 3, 2, and biceps curl. So bring it up and slowly back down again. Up we go and down again. We're gonna go for that full minute here because we are going for a little bit of a break right after. So we are gonna push it up, and before we go in for the next set, you will get a little bit of water before we continue with 2 new exercises. Squeezing slowly down, so keep moving using your arms, elbows tucked in, shoulders are back, chest is up. 20 seconds, feel it in your arms. Pushing it up and lowering softly and slowly down. 10 more seconds. You will get a break in just a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring the dumbbells down. Get some water and just a little bit of a break here before we continue. So while you just get water, I will show you the next 2 exercises. Boop, boop. Here we go. Yep. So the 2 next one we're gonna do is gonna be a jump squat cross feet. So we're gonna go with our chin in. We're gonna step forward, in and forward. If this is kind of bothering your knees, you could just do a ordinary jump squat up and down. You're gonna do that for 30 seconds. And then we're gonna walk just as we did before. And in that second strength part, we're gonna do a triceps kickback. So we're gonna go from the opposite part of our arms that we did before. Same setup, 2 new exercises, jump squat for the sit and triceps kickback for the strength. So we are ready for the next one. 2 rounds of that one. Those 2 exercises, counting down for 10. Getting ready for the jump squat, cross feet, or an ordinary jump squat. 30 seconds. 3, 2, and 1, and let's go. Bring it back, inhaling, exhaling, pushing it, or you can just do an ordinary jump squat up and down. It doesn't matter about of course it matters about the quality, but just do whatever fits you the best, so you can push yourself to get short of breath. You have only 12 seconds left. You have 2 minutes of recovery right after, so bring it in, inhaling, 7 seconds, keep going. Focus on you, I focus on time. 4, 3, 2, and walk it around. You wanna need that minute. And as I said, if you don't need that 1 minute and the next one for the active recovery, you wanna go even harder in that sprinting part. So walking around, maybe you wanna do a little bit of a bounce here, easing off, or you can step back. If it gets a little bit too boring to just walk around. But then again, if you have pushed yourself where you really feel like your lungs is almost falling out of your mouth, landing on the floor, you wanna have that recovery in between, all depending on the setup of the workouts. So we are getting closer to that 1 minute of a triceps kickback, 10 seconds. Bring your dumbbells, get settled in with hands on hip, and we're leaning a bit forward, shoulders are back, 3, 2, and kick it back. So we are gonna go for approximately 1 minute here, 55 seconds to be exact. Chin is in. You wanna feel the squeeze in your arms for every time that you're straightening your elbows. So pushing it back, squeezing and relaxing in your lower body because you want to be ready for the next set, the second round of the jump squat. So when 5 seconds is left, I'm going to ask you to drop your dumbbells, keep pushing it here for a final 15 seconds. Feel your weight, pushing it. 10 seconds, and we're gonna put the dumbbells a place where they get in your space. And 3, 2, dumbbells down, ready. Get ready for jump squat, cross, 2 and 1. Ordinary jump squat or cross feet. 30 seconds, pushing it. So you can just go with the ordinary jump squat if that works better for you. Inhale, exhale, in through your mouth, in nose, out through your mouth, and just keep pushing it because you know you have the recovery right after. Keep moving for 10 seconds. I will keep eye on the time, pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. Go down into those jump squat, 4, 3, 2, and walking it around. Inhaling and exhaling. So all about this, putting a longer recovery period, is to invite you in to push yourself harder, and especially if you're not used to working out, so you feel that out of your comfort zone, that short of breath part, then it's very important for you that you get that recovery period in between. So walking around, we are going to grab our dumbbells in approximately 25 seconds, and then we're going to go for the full minute of the triceps kickback. You will get water, and then we have 1 more block to go. So all about that intensity. Getting ready and picking up your dumbbells, ready for the triceps kickback, second round, final round, 3, 2, and go. So pushing it for that full minute because you will get a little bit of a water break right after, and then we're gonna go with the third one with 2 new exercises, leaving you with 6 rounds of the sit. So recommendation is all about doing it 3, 6, 8, 10 times, all depending on your fitness level. But we need to keep in mind, still less is more. So if you're attempting to do it like sits for like 10 or 12 times, then I will advise you not to do that, but just put the intensity even higher when you do the sprinting interval. So don't jump into that part where you do more with a less intensity. Everybody has just a certain amount of energy. 7 seconds, keep moving. 3, 2, feel your arms and break. Get some water. Well done. I know you did the best you. Stopping here and getting ready. So just get some water. And while you do that, we are gonna go in for 2 more exercises, and it's gonna be a plank split hop for the one. So we are engaging our core area as well. So down on our forearms, and gonna bring it in and out, and we're gonna push it as hard as possible for those 30 seconds. And then we're gonna do straight just walking around for 1 minute, and then we're gonna continue with some back extension, and then we're gonna do some stretching. So this is your final block. I like to know what is gonna go on ahead of me, because then I'm just kind of like put my mindset into it. So what you're gonna focus on now is going down on your forearms, working 30 seconds of the plank split hop into a little bit of recovery, 1 minute of a back extension, and do that twice, and then you're all done with the workout. Besides, of course, we're going to do some stretching. You are ready for the plank split hop. Don't focus on anything else. Squeezing, engaging, 3, 2, and 30 seconds here. So bring it out and bring it in. Inhaling, looking forward, and I'm gonna keep eye on the time. You have 20 seconds left. Pushing it, and keep moving in and out for final 12 seconds. Push it. You have 2 minutes recovery right after. You can do a little bit more for 5, 4, 3, 2, and here we go. Beautiful. So walk it around. Shake it out. We can do a little bit of a step and movement. You can always just ignore me and just do whatever you please to do, and do it for 1 minute. And it is also kind of a little bit nicer to go down for that 1 minute of a back extension when your heart is not pumping like this. So just move it around, and in 20 seconds we're gonna lie down on our stomach, inhaling and exhaling. And of course, if you feel that you're settled by now, you can come down here on your stomach, or you can just have a look. We're gonna go up here for 1 minute, and we're gonna do that for 3 seconds, 2, and go. So bring it up, 1 minute here, or actually just, it could be actually 1 minute, because the only thing we're gonna do from here is go back up on our forearms and do the plank split hop, the final sit. Squeezing, squeeze your glutes, your pelvic floor, chin is in. I see so often people flicking head back. You want to lift up using your muscle along the spine and in your glute area. So in just around 20 seconds, we're gonna go with that plank split hop. One more sit, putting it into 6 rounds. Up we go with that active recovery in between. 10 seconds. So we're just gonna grab a few of the seconds to go up on our forearms. Let's do that. Up on forearms, 3, 2, and in for that plank split hop. Final round, pushing it. The sprinting interval training here, getting short of breath, being affected on your breathing. Inhale, exhale, and you can do it because you only have 18 seconds left, and this is your final sit for today. Then you've been doing a great workout, so keep it moving for 10 seconds. Keep it going. 9, 8, pushing it, engaging your core. Keep on for 5, 4, 3, 2, yes, and maybe you want to go up and walk around. Maybe you just want to sit up and just inhaling and exhaling, just getting settled in for that final 1 minute. So just pushing it and get it settled in, and then we're gonna do the stretching. So you should be as much affected on your breathing, as again, so you need the recovery period. 30 seconds before we start for the final back extension. Bring it in and bring it out. And 10 seconds. And we're gonna lie down. And we're gonna go and be ready for 4, 3, 2, and up we go. So squeezing, lifting feet off. So when this minute has been completed, we're gonna do the stretching, and you're all good for today. And inhale, and exhale. "25 seconds left. Bring it up and slowly down. Feel your way along the spine and your glute muscle. 10 seconds. And here we are, bringing it into a stop, and you're just gonna stay put here. You're gonna grab your feet and you're gonna push your hips down, forehead down into the exercise mat, and just feel it over your hip and over your knee joint. Soft and relaxed elbows. Letting go, hands underneath, and we're just gonna push our buttocks back. A nice good stretch over your lower back, your glute area, and you point your thumbs up. Pull yourself back and get a nice stretch around your armpit, and inhale. Get up here for a sway extension and a flexion in your back. So just doing this, inhaling and exhaling. Engaging your ab muscle. Go down on your forearms and hands back on your back head and pushing it down. Pushing your chest towards the exercise mat. Get a good nice stretch in your upper body. And letting go. Hands and toes in and up we go here. Bring it back. Good nice stretch, and come back up again all the way, and just letting go in your upper body. Beautiful. I know you did the best ever possible, and being in a good shape is always a progress. So you start one point and you just move it and pushing yourself harder and harder along the way. Let's go for full inhale, up and go, and back down again. Let's go, inhaling, settling down, telling us our brain and our body to relax. It's okay by now. And one more. We want to have that cortisol level back down again, the flight and the fight hormone. So thank you for joining me. And until I see you next time, hit a like, subscribe if you haven't already done it, share with somebody you love, put a comment to I will come back to you as soon as I see the comment. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay, but until I see you next time, stay happy, stay healthy, stay strong, take good care. Bye.